didn't know your work and come in off the street to see it last night, what would you think you'd see?
Really, it's quite accessible. You know, I look at it and I go, okay, sort of four you know, desperate clowns in a space, you know, and then moment by moment it goes into sort of an area where it becomes sort of darker and then it becomes quieter and all that type of thing. I can see it sort of funneling down. So I don't know. I think initially sort of people might think that, you know, actually what we're looking at is a comedy.
Right.
You know, like and then it becomes something sort of much more sort of existential. You know, which is sort of surprising. I mean, what must it be like for these men to live in Penelope's house, to only sort of dream what Odysseus is up to. You know, the extraordinary sort of life he's doing, and what they're doing is a sort of very sort of really quite sort of banal existence. And you know, like, and still trying to sort of woo this woman and trick her, and that's a fantastic setting. You know, when sort of Carl's character Quinn sort of tells the dream where they've all had a shared dream about Odysseus coming back, and this is the day that they're going to die, and they know that they're going to die today, and then there's a beat, and then Fitz says, "I never thought I'd have the backbone for suicide, but faced now with the likelihood of watching my own backbone will be removed and flung onto that barbecue, I think it's only fair that I should give suicide a shot." I mean, it's sort of like, oh God. I mean, it's really cheeky, and I suppose a bit of me sort of like, there's a tiny bit of the sort of craft of you that sort of knows, actually, I need to release something here in the room.
You wrote this with 4 actors in mind, and you've got them. What was it like to think like actors for those characters as you were writing it? Do you remember that at all?
It's really, 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 really helpful, and I know their voices really well. Yeah. And you know, like, so you have it in your head. Someone like, you know, Dennis Conway's had a massive influence, you know, on my work actually, because I love the sort of buffoon sort of nature that he sort of brings to stuff. You see him on stage when he's not on, and you go, oh my God, he's such an amazing listener on stage, and he looks so lonely and sort of scooped out, and all of that, and various people. I mean, Tig Murphy, you know, for all his incredible love, and we know that from sort of like working with him, you know, that's him, you know. So, and I'm really interested in seeing characters emerge on stage. He's our protagonist in play.
So you sort of pick out things in them and amplify them in these characters?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, Carl Shields wouldn't like me for say, but you know, Quinn's ridiculous sort of like swagger is fantastic, and Carl is just like he just eats it up, and you know, there's like, and no, but he just delivers a line like no one else. So like it's an absolute gift to hear a line sort of falling out.
Can I ask about the match with Michael? You enjoying it enormously every time.
Absolutely.
And he was with you 3 times now. I mean, he was acting in New Electric Ballroom, and he's directed 2 of the works. Yeah, he's great. He's been hugely sort of important for me. I mean, there's something within him, you know, like, whatever about his skill and his great skill of actually sort of putting something on stage. There's something in the man's soul that I sort of keep on sort of returning to. Right. Yeah.
And that's sort of like, and you know, it would be about the company as well. You know, there's something, you know, for all the fucking great production that, you know, Druid do, there's something in the soul of the company that I would go, actually, that's what I want to connect with.